From KGW, this is The Good Stuff.
It's great that people come out, and it's just a reason to think about things and things that are bigger than us.
The solar eclipse drew crowds out to OMSI. Even though we weren't in the path of totality, it was still worth the view for Mitty. Thanks for joining us. I'm Deidre Johnson. The clouds on Monday cleared just in time for the peak of the partial eclipse in Portland. Joe Ranieri spoke with those excited to see it.
It may not have been the crowds many of us saw during the eclipse of 2017 in Oregon, when we saw a total eclipse, but people were still excited to get a chance to witness Monday's partial eclipse.
This just showed the people who love to watch the eclipse. Okay, so a lot of them remember 2017. They're coming back here again.
Jim Todd is the director of space science at OMSI. He says even though we didn't get a chance to see totality this time around, the experience actually lasted a little bit longer.
But the moon is closer, okay? And so compared to 2017, but further away, that's why it's only 2 minutes. This one is going to be 4 minutes because it's closer than it was in 2017.
If people weren't gathering outside of OMSI, they were inside the planetarium watching the live NASA feed.
I mean, I wish I was in the flight path, but again, I think any chance to see any part of it is pretty magical. I don't know what this will look like.
In Portland, the partial eclipse started just after 10:30 Monday morning, and it reached its peak almost an hour later at 11:25. And during that time, the weather shifted in everyone's favor as we got a chance to see the moon slowly start to cover part of the sun.
It's great that people come out, and it's just a reason to think about things and things that are bigger than us.
There were lines of people trying to catch a glimpse from high-powered telescopes, while others brought their own setup, like Cole Field, who came ready with a smartphone-based telescope. He was able to snap these photos with just his cell phone.
I'm an airline pilot, and so I get to look out the window, look at stars and stuff like that, and it's always just kind of fascinated me looking at those kinds of things.
For Britt Kupanoff, who experienced the total eclipse in 2017, admits it's not the same this time around, but she was glad her kids still got a chance to catch a glimpse.
I was telling our oldest, the next time he'll get to experience this, he'll be 24. So it's pretty amazing.
Of at least part of an eclipse.
That looked so fun, and some of our KGW viewers got some great pictures of the partial eclipse as well. Look at this perfect shot from Carrie as a bird flew into the frame. She says she took this picture from her front porch in Vancouver. And this viewer got creative, taking a picture of the reflection of the eclipse from a puddle in their driveway. This is also from Vancouver. And this was Bill and Liam's view of the eclipse from Corvallis. The clouds cleared just in time to see the moon block part of the sun. Well, hundreds of people got married during the eclipse. The town of Russellville, Arkansas hosted a mass wedding ceremony. Reporter Brooke Buckner talked with one couple who's been together 20 years and decided to renew their vows.
We've come through a lot, which led Little Rock couple Nancy and Steve Ray to this moment, renewing their promises they made to each other on April 23, 2004.
We've gone through healthy and wonderful days into sickness and sadder days.
Steve has been battling Parkinson's disease for 2 years, and Nancy says he's starting to experience some memory loss, but they still persevere.
This is just our way of just telling people that yes, we've had 20 wonderful years, but just because things are not all going our way, we don't have to stop here. Our love and our devotion to each other is what matters.
They even incorporated flowers from their wedding day.
We wrote some little vows for each other, and I want to put that on Facebook so the family and everybody can see this afternoon.
So they can see for themselves the commitment is here to stay.
We got through the worst parts of the medical. I know there's going to be more to come. We got through the worst parts of the financial, and we can say that we are 100% out of debt, and we don't have to want. We are not rich by any means, but God has blessed us with everything that we need.
Well, we're just over 3 months away from the Olympic Games in Paris, and some local Taekwondo students are hoping to compete. Their teacher, who's from Haiti, took them to an Olympic qualifying event. In the process, he's also hoping to shed some positive light on the island nation. Digital reporter Sabina Pierre has the story.
Taekwondo, the way of foot and fist, a martial art form that only some develop a jabbing passion for. That includes one Portland Haitian man.
Taekwondo is what I like. I enjoy doing Taekwondo.
Meet Fuenal Oste. He's president of the Haitian Taekwondo Federation and founder of the One Taekwondo Academy franchise across the metro area. Now, he's kickstarting opportunities by leading a group of athletes representing Haiti to compete in an Olympic qualifying Taekwondo tournament.
They have a lot of potential. There is a lot of potential. We are not sure if they're going to qualify, but I'm very convinced that every athlete will do their best and possibly earn Haiti that qualification.
4 of his students will be competing at the Pan American Qualification Tournament in the Dominican Republic on April 9th and 10th. For his students, they have been training and fighting for a chance like this for years.
It's really exciting, you know. Also a lot of nerves, of course, but I'm more excited than nervous.
The last time Haiti qualified was in 2020 for the Tokyo Olympics. A technicality knocked them out of the competition.
2020 was the moment where Haiti athletes qualified at the Olympic game by Aliyah shipment. That was the first time a Haitian Taekwondo athlete qualified on the ring to earn that spot to go to the Olympic Games.
But now they're in the ready position to try again for a spot in the Games and give people a different perspective of Haiti.
Haiti needs a lot of representation, and especially with what's going on right now, I just want to somehow give back in a positive light.
That's amid the current crisis where recent gang violence has set off due to changes in government.
All this chaos happening in Haiti, we want to do this positive light. So if we have good sports programs, we want to bring out the positivity and think, just focus on the good stuff, not just all the negative stuff that's happening.
I had a chance to learn some moves from Master Fuenal Oste himself.
Beautiful. And they can be as young as 3 years old and as young as 99 years old. Right now, my current athlete, he's 74 years old.
And while not everyone can be an Olympic athlete, these 4 hope for a chance for Haiti to compete and shine on the world's biggest stage this summer in Paris.
Hopefully we can make it to the Olympics, qualify, and just win. So we want to put Haiti back on the map.
In West Lynn, Sabina Pierre, KGW News.
2 of the students competed earlier today and unfortunately didn't win, but 2 more students have a chance to qualify tomorrow. The Trailblazers head coach just got a big honor. Chauncey Billups was elected to the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. He played 17 seasons in the NBA. Among his many accolades as a player, he was a 5-time All-Star, an NBA champion, and a Finals MVP.
That's the ultimate, I call it basketball heaven, if you will, but I never even, as a kid, I never even thought about it. I never really knew about it, so to be here now, is unbelievable.
Billups and a 13-member class of 2024 will be enshrined at the Basketball Hall of Fame in Massachusetts in August. Coming up on The Good Stuff, the outdoor adventure complete with beautiful views, aquatic wildlife, and a rich geological history. But first, here's a beautiful live look out at Cannon Beach. Today, Grant McComey is taking us on the road for a unique spring break getaway to explore an Oregon wonder. We're talking Table Rocks. They're home to hundreds of different wildflowers atop some dramatic landmarks, which some people call Oregon's islands in the sky. Take a look.
On a day too nice to stay indoors, the trail to outdoor learning is open wide.
These are buttercups. That one is delphinium. Common name is larkspur.
A chance to explore an Oregon wonder that many have missed, where shooting stars, fawn lilies, and red bells are always by your side.
A gorgeous plant. We're always kind of watching over them and admiring them whenever we can see them.
There's plenty of elbow room for brushing up on botany and wildlife, like wild turkeys. The Nature Conservancy's Molly Morrison
Erythronium hendersonii, Henderson's fawn lily.
and the BLM's Molly Allen are teachers who guide newcomers, Melissa Clement, Mary Sue Walker, and Kelly Godin. These three women will soon teach groups of school children along the 2-mile trail to the top of Lower Table Rock near Medford.
This is just a really good vantage point because you can see the gently sloping sides where all that softer sediment is being eroded. So it's this really unique landform that's really different than anything else around.
7 million years ago, a nearby volcano erupted and lava filled the entire Rogue River Valley. Over the millennia, ancient rivers have eroded the land and left these two plateaus behind. Each rises nearly 1,000 feet from the valley floor. Both Table Rocks are protected by BLM and Nature Conservancy as areas of critical environmental concern.
It's incredible, breathtaking. That designation means that it can't be developed. There can't be resource extraction, logging, mining, those kind of things up here because of the special plants and animals that live up here.
Up here, the plateau, wrapped by ancient basalt, offers eye-popping views. While down on the ground, you can hike to scores of vernal pools that fill with spring rain.
These pools are just like these fascinating aquariums. They're full of small invertebrates, including probably one of the stars of the show, the fairy shrimp. Some really beautiful and amazing plants, including the dwarf woolly meadow foam that only grows on top of the Table Rocks and nowhere else in the whole wide world. They're islands in the sky. They are iconic for this area.
This is Oregon.
They're landmarks of natural and cultural history, dearly loved by Valley residents and people from out of town too.
The wildflower prime time is just 2 weeks away, so hurry here soon and then slow down. Atop Lower Table Rock with photographer Jeff Kastner. Grant McComey, KGW.
Oh, that looks so pretty. Well, we wanted to hear about the good stuff happening in your life, so we asked you on social to share a photo from your weekend. Let's take a look at a few. Wendy was up at Timberline skiing with her daughter. Hope you two had a lot of fun. Love that photo. Shelly got this nice picture of an interesting creature on the coast. These are Velella, a creature that blows up on the sand with the wind. They start out blue or purple and turn clear as they dry out. And Perry attended the dedication of a veteran's headstone at the Brush Perry Cemetery this weekend. And Patty, whose great wildlife photos we've shown before, says she went owling and check out that gorgeous shot. Crystal made it to the Tulip Festival this weekend. Interesting picture there of the flowers and spring showers. You can share your photos and stories of the good stuff happening in your community by texting 503-226-5088 or email us at thegoodstuff@kgw.com. And speaking of the Wooden Show Tulip Festival, if you planned on going, a heads up. It will end a week earlier than expected. This is video from our coverage the last few weeks. The flowers look great, but the farm says they won't last. They bloomed quicker due to the warm weather we've had recently. That means the last day to visit will be April 28th. You can find tickets at woodenshoe.com. Next, in search of a forever home. Why this is the week to adopt from the Oregon Humane Society if you want to add a furry friend to your family. The Oregon Humane Society is doing the good work of trying to find new homes for dozens of dogs that just arrived from Southern Oregon. They took in 60 dogs from 2 animal shelters that were over capacity. And if you've been thinking about adopting a dog, this is a good week to do it. The Humane Society is holding a promotion through this Sunday. You can adopt a dog for $50 if the dog's more than a year old, or a puppy for $150. The dogs are at campuses in both Portland and Salem. You can find more info at OregonHumane.org. A new web page and app is highlighting the culture and history of Portland. The new Google Arts and Culture page includes stories from 16 local partners, including the Portland Art Museum and the Agricultural Heritage Center. It gives people a glimpse into the city's rich history. On the website, you can explore stories behind the city's neighborhoods, its people, nature, and the arts. Mayor Wheeler hopes it encourages people from around the world to visit the Rose City.
And having Google here right in the heart of the central city, to see it be a vibrant, full employer, to have them supporting our efforts around revitalizing our community and doing something that really is central to their own ethos, I think is really fantastic.
Google opened its office in downtown Portland back in 2016. To see the new website, head to artsandculture.google.com and look for the section named Profoundly Portland. Straight ahead, the Washington woman who uncovered her connection to former President Obama while looking through family photo albums. And here's another great live view from the Oregon coast. This is our Chinook Winds Skycam in Lincoln City. A woman in Northwest Washington recently found there's only 2 degrees of separation between herself and former President Barack Obama. The connection comes through her late mother and the mom of the former president. Her mom's photos will now be part of history. Eric Wilkinson brings us the story.
Megan Dasher Watkins was going through her late mother's belongings last year when she came upon some photos that caught her eye.
Yeah, this is pretty
pretty cool.
They're pictures of Stanley Ann Dunham, better known as the mother of former President Barack Obama.
I was so kind of like in shock and kind of fangirling over the whole thing.
Dunham attended Mercer Island High School with Megan's mom. They graduated in 1960. Megan remembers her mother talking about Dunham during the Obama administration. She said they'd go on sleepovers and campouts together as teenagers. When Megan found the pictures, she had just one thing in mind.
I wanted to make sure that President Obama and his family had these as well.
Last February, Megan talked with King 5 about her discovery. Somehow, word must have gotten back to the Obama people because this month she got this email from the Obama Presidential Center.
At first, wanting to make sure it wasn't one of my friends or family, cracking a joke on me.
The center's registrar was asking if she would mail him the photos to display at the Obama Center in Chicago.
How often do you have somebody contact you from a presidential library and want to have part of your family's history included in it?
For Megan, it's a privilege to have her family artifacts on display at the center, but it's knowing that her mother's memory will live on as part of presidential history that means the most.
She would be so honored and thrilled to be able to donate this to the library of such a significant, important person in history. It makes me so happy that my mom's name is going to be a part of this.
So amazing they'll be a part of history. Well, thanks so much for joining us tonight on The Good Stuff. That's all the time we have for now. We leave you with some of your good stuff photos. Have a great evening.